Welcome back to the League of Inches podcast. My name's Joel, your host. Really keen to get into this one. Just going to have a bit of a chat about the Samoan backline. Obviously, after the news today, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck announces his allegiance to the Samoan international team moving forward, which is a huge coup, obviously, for Samoa. Really, really keen to see him rip into things with them, add his experience to the mix. And when I talk about just this back line today, you'll realize the talent that they've got at their disposal and just how exciting this could be and how dangerous the Samoans could be moving forward over the next few years and into the future with a lot of their younger players. Straight into it. So Sua Fa'alongo is my fullback. The live wire, everyone knows how much I love this guy. I think he's one of the brightest talents in the game at the moment and a huge future ahead of him. I've got no doubt in my mind Samoa want to keep him on their books for as long as possible, representing his culture, representing his family. And I just think he's one of the legit excitement machines in this game. And he got a taste of it last year with the Test Championships, and really keen to see what can happen in his career at the moment, international-wise, especially around this back line that potentially they might have. The winger, Brian To'o, obviously, I'm so keen to talk about Brian To'o and see him once again represent Samoa. I think it was great to see last year him and Stephen Crichton go ahead and do that. For mine, Brian To'o just adds that meter-eating sort of game, that no-nonsense winger style. He's great at getting the meters, but he's also so good at finishing. He's a very good finisher, and I think he's very underrated with the way he can score tries, beat some players, beat two or three, and find his way to the try line. So Brian To'o speaks for himself. He will be there at the end of the year. They've got the 2 games against England, don't forget. So really keen to see him get into that. That'd be a cracking 2-game series. Number 3 now, if we're going all-stars, it's going to be a bit different for my centers. If we're going realistic, I'll let you know what. But if we're going all-stars and what I think could happen, I'd have the Hammer at center. If he pledges his allegiance to Samoa this year, obviously last year he played for Australia, so I'm not too sure how much he will swap and change with things if you want to lock down at that spot with the Aussies. If not, he will come and play for Samoa. If we've got to be a bit more realistic with things, if we think he'll stay with Australia, I think Roger Tuivasa-Sheck moves into that centre position. So just that depth, that experience there. Also, they've got some pretty good depth once you look into things and look at the players eligible for Samoa and what they can have there. And there's like 3 or so players who played last year's Pacific Championships that aren't even in this backline. So it's a very, very strong backline moving forward. I just think Roger will add such class to this backline and such valuable experience, which I think they'll really need. The other centre, obviously, Stephen Crichton, and I'd be giving him the captaincy as well. Just everything he's touching at the moment for the Bulldogs, turning for gold. He's been great for the Blues as well in Origin. He's just a man that's clearly in form. For mine, probably the best centre in the game, best defensive centre in the game. Just everything everything he is touching, turning to gold, and he's just one of a kind at the moment for mine. So I can't wait to see him back in that Samoan jersey and what he can do this year with a bit more confidence that he has to the game. And I think he'll pick up his whole team and let him follow. The other winger for mine. So again, if Hammer does select Samoa, then I'd be putting Roger Tuivasa-Sheck onto the wing. If he doesn't, then I'd be having Murray Tuolangi as my other winger there for the Samoans. And I think both of those selections are speakers. I was already spoken about Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Murray Tuolangi for mine. Obviously, rep star as well, played many games for Queensland. Very good last couple of years for the Cowboys, very consistent, can find his way to the try line again, and a very talented player himself. Obviously, Greg Marju misses out, but he's there as well. If they can want to choose to go that way, it looks like he's finding a little bit of form at the end of this year. One player that does miss out that you'll probably notice from last year, Joseph Suoli'i. I haven't picked him purely off the fact that he'll play Union, obviously, at the end of the year. So I feel like he won't be going off to this series. He will go off straight away to Rugby Union once his season finishes and get his training and his practice in for his Union career to take off. I've got no doubt about that. But that's it. that is that backline for the Samoans. As I said, it's a really, really exciting team moving forward. I'm really keen to see this next couple of years, this transitional period for Samoa, and see if they can really elevate themselves up and challenge the likes of Australia, England, New Zealand. I'm so keen to see this 2-game series. I really think they can genuinely give it some to England and actually put up probably back-to-back wins. It's going to be hard over there, obviously hard conditions and get used to it, and not as long to sort of get into things, only the 2 games, but hopefully, and for the way I see things, I think they can really give it to England. So really looking forward to it. Let's see who else pledges. If the Hammer can, that's huge for Samoa, obviously moving forward. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.